Hi.
How are you?
I'm so good.
It's Thursday.
On this rainy Thursday.
Yes.
What is the date? September
6th.
6th, 2018. In case you're watching this in 2020.
Yay!
Not likely to happen.
Are they going to make it that long? Or our videos going to make it that
Heck
long?
yes!
Yes!
So we're back.
Timeless advice.
Last video we were talking about, what was our video about?
How to interview for the offer.
How to get the offer.
Mhm.
So today we want to tell you what to do when you get that offer and you need to give your notice, how to leave your current position with grace.
With grace.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Go ahead,
So,
you can start.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
So first things first, before you tell anyone what's about to happen, it's the perfect time to clean your computer and clean your office, because when you deliver that notice, there's a chance they might walk you out, and you want to be prepared for that.
Especially if you're in a sales position.
Yeah, and you just, we all have like family pics and, personal notes and things like that that would just, they get, not that they should be on our computers, but they are.
It happens.
You just don't want to leave that for them to clean up. So make sure you take care of that before you give your notice.
Absolutely.
That leaves us to our second point.
So after you clean up all of your, screenshots of miscellaneous stuff on your computer, type a letter for your resignation, and also keep a copy of it either like in your drafts or your emails, or send it to yourself or something. That way you have a timestamp. You know what time, what day you sent it, etc. For your resignation. And make sure, and I'll let you take it from here, but make sure that you deliver it in person.
Yes. So you want that handwritten letter. You may or may not be actually delivering that letter in person. You're going to deliver your notice in person if you can. And we understand oftentimes you are reporting to people that maybe are not in your location. They're in a different state. They're a different country even. We get that. But if they are in your location, in your office, whatever, even in your city, set an appointment to give your notice in person. And that doesn't mean you're going to hand a letter. You're going to have a conversation. But when that conversation is done, then you want to follow it up with an email of that letter, just so that you've got that timestamp.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell your boss first.
Yes. Tell your boss before you start spreading it around the office that, hey, I'm giving my notice today. And I'm not even going to sit here and act like I've never done that. Lessons learned, and that's what we're sharing with you here today.
Exactly.
You definitely want to talk to your boss before you talk to your coworkers. And that is also, we're going to talk about that too, but it's not the time to be negative. It's not the time to bash. This is an exciting time for you. You're moving on. You've got a new endeavor. In theory, right? Not a huge proponent of leaving without another job, but in theory,
probably not a good idea.
You've got something else you're moving on to. So it's exciting. Keep it exciting, even if the person on the other side of that table isn't excited for you. Oftentimes they lack the professionalism and the composure. They take it personally and they're upset with you. That's okay. You stay professional, you stay nice, and you stay calm.
I mean, that's a stressful situation, especially for a hiring manager when they have to consider, replacing you, especially, which I'll say that again, if you're a great employee. Like, nobody wants to lose a great employee. So,
right.
But with that too, how long is the standard notice?
Standard notice is 2 weeks. Yeah, so you really want to try to accommodate that if you can. It's the professional thing to do. It's the right thing to do. And at the end of the day, you're going to leave that organization in a good light. Assuming you give your notice and actually work through that 2 weeks.
Right. You have to maintain professionalism during your 2-week notice. Don't
check out.
Yeah, don't check out. Don't go to lunch for 3 hours. To make sure that when you're working out your 2-week notice that you're actually working.
Absolutely. And that kind of leads us to our final thing, really. If you just follow these 3 things, you're going to be fine. Be nice, be professional, and be helpful at the end of the day, because you want to leave on a good note for reference purposes. And even if you're thinking, well, I don't use them as a reference, it really doesn't matter.
Exactly. So there was a situation where, because Kimberly Shapiro used to be my boss, and when I was interviewing with her, I actually worked at a previous organization and she had a contact over there. So instead of calling my references, number one, that I listed on my resume,
I didn't do that.
she did not do that. She called her contact that was in a different department. But because I had maintained professionalism whilst working at that group, it carried through to a different department. And this particular person, your contact, didn't necessarily know me, nor did she work with me.
But knew of her and of her reputation.
And she had good things to
Reputation.
say, right?
Very good things
Right.
to say. Yeah, so that's the thing, is you just don't know who's looking.
Yeah.
You don't know who's paying attention.
Yeah.
April didn't really know this person, but this
Nope.
person knew of her.
I was always really nice to her in the bathroom, though.
Right.
I remember that.
Right. There you go. So just be professional, be nice, be helpful, do all the things that you so that you're generating good positive feedback for other people to share should your paths cross again.
Yeah.
down the path.
And make sure that you stay tuned for our next video as well. We're going to discuss what happens if your current employer comes back with a counteroffer.
That's right. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Peace out.